The midnight clock. Rain was beating against the windows of Whitmore Library when Elena Vasquez discovered that something didn't add up. As a night archivist, she had developed a keen sense for detecting when things were out of place. That night, the old pendulum clock had stopped at exactly 11:47, and on the late Professor Blackwood's desk lay a book she would swear she had never seen before. Secrets of Lost Time, read the title in faded golden letters. Elena opened the book carefully. The pages crackled like dry leaves, revealing handwritten text in ink that seemed to change color under her lamp's light. It wasn't Professor Blackwood's handwriting, but something about those words felt strangely familiar. Detective Chan arrived 20 minutes after her call. There was something in Elena's voice that he couldn't ignore, an urgency that went beyond simple curiosity. "Are you sure this book wasn't here yesterday?" Chen asked, examining the volume without touching it. "Completely sure. I know every inch of this desk." Sarah appeared in the doorway like a shadow, her face pale under the fluorescent light. "I heard voices. What's happening?" Chen noticed how she avoided looking directly at the book, how her fingers moved nervously toward the ring she wore. "Sarah," Elena said slowly, "do you recognize this book?" The young student approached with hesitant steps. Upon seeing the title, her eyes filled with tears. "It's impossible," she whispered. "The professor told me he had destroyed it years ago." Chen straightened up. "Destroyed? Why?" Sarah collapsed into a chair, finally removing the ring and placing it on the table. It was identical to one Chen had noticed in a photograph on the professor's desk. "Because it wasn't just a history book," Sarah confessed. "It was a diary. The diary of someone who had disappeared in this library 50 years ago. The professor had been investigating his disappearance for decades, but when he discovered the truth..." Elena and Chen exchanged glances. "What truth?" Chen asked. Sarah took a deep breath. That the student hadn't disappeared. He had been murdered. And the professor discovered who had done it. The pendulum clock emitted a metallic sound and began moving again, marking exactly 12 o'clock. At that moment, Elena realized that the name on the first page of the diary was the same as one that appeared on a commemorative plaque she had seen thousands of times without paying attention. "In memory of Thomas Whitmore, dedicated student, disappeared in 1975. Chen followed her gaze to the plaque on the wall. "Whitmore. Like the library. The founder's son," Sarah murmured. And the professor had discovered that his death was never properly investigated because... She couldn't finish the sentence, but she didn't need to. In the midnight silence, surrounded by thousands of books that kept secrets, all three understood that some mysteries have the habit of resurfacing exactly when someone is ready to reveal the truth. The clock continued marking time, as if it had been waiting 50 years to tell this story. I hope you enjoyed this story. Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. See you next time.